Hi, and welcome back. In this section, we will discuss the second step of requirement elicitation, which is conducting your elicitation. The natural step after planning your elicitation is to go out on the field and to actually conduct the elicitation. You want to find answers to the questions that you listed and defined during the elicitation plan. There are many techniques that help us to elicit information in a standardized format, and I will cover the most important and effective ones in this section. Before we dive into the different techniques, I first want to draw out a framework that structures the techniques into three main categories, which are collaborative techniques, research techniques, and experimental techniques. Within the collaboration elicitation techniques, you will elicit information by interacting with stakeholders or their work and use their knowledge as input for your requirements. In other words, the information you're looking for is already available, but you have to collect it, structure it, and format it in such a way that it answers the questions that you had. Within the research elicitation technique, you will elicit information by going through raw sets of data. So the data exists and has been captured, but it is not processed into a usable information. This type of research often involves the analysis of historical data through statistical inference. Within the experimental elicitation techniques, you will elicit information by setting up a controlled experiment to collect information. So the data or information doesn't exist yet, and it has to be captured by constructing an environment where certain parameters are controlled and others are varying. Good examples are proof of concepts and user tests, which are often used in an IT context to test in concepts and/or products. When eliciting information, you will most probably use a combination of different techniques that are drawn from these three categories. I've added a small overview in the resource section where you can see when to use which technique. That's it for the introduction of this section. In the next sections, we will cover the techniques, characteristics, their pros, their cons, their way of how to execute them, and what their best practices are. See you there. Bye.